Hey there. Take a deep breath with me and listen closely. If you're here today, it's probably because you're struggling with one of the hardest emotions to face: losing someone you care about. Maybe it happened suddenly, or perhaps it was a slow drift that left you feeling hurt, confused, and wondering where things went wrong. Today, I'm going to guide you on how to win her back, not by begging or pleading, but by shifting your approach, your mindset, and ultimately your life. This isn't just about fixing a relationship, it's about fixing you. It's about becoming the kind of person who can attract love, respect, and genuine connection again. Trust me when I say this isn't the end. It's the start of something much bigger. Let's dive in. 1. Vulnerability versus neediness. One of the biggest mistakes men make when they feel like they're losing someone is acting out of neediness. They over-communicate, sending too many texts, calling constantly, apologizing repeatedly. But here's the thing. Vulnerability is not the same as neediness. When you express your feelings honestly, saying something like, "I miss you" or "I still care," that's vulnerability. And vulnerability is powerful because it's authentic. But when you cross the line into desperate behavior, chasing her, begging her to stay, you create pressure. And pressure, it pushes people away. Think about it for a second. If you were her, would you be drawn to someone who's constantly begging for attention? Or would you respect someone who's strong, calm, and knows their worth? The answer is obvious. Now, I'm not saying you should cut off communication entirely. Honest expression matters. But no one is attracted to desperation. Express your feelings from a place of strength, not need. 2. Control, boundaries, and human nature. Here's another thing most men miss. Control is an illusion, but boundaries are everything. You've probably heard the term relationship dynamics before. It's about the balance of power between two people. If you're always available, always doing things for her, always waiting on her, you're giving up your control. Now, I'm not saying relationships should be power struggles, but there has to be mutual respect. When you lose sight of your own boundaries to please her, you're signaling that your needs don't matter, and that's never attractive. But here's the magic of boundaries. When you stand firm and say, "This is where I stand and I won't compromise myself," it changes everything. She'll see that you respect yourself, and that creates space for her to respect you too. Boundaries aren't about being cold or distant, they're about not allowing anyone to treat you poorly. 3. Scarcity versus abundance. Mindset. You've probably heard the term scarcity mindset before, and let me tell you, it's the ultimate attraction killer. When you feel like you need her in your life, or that you can't live without her, you're operating from scarcity. You're focusing on what you might lose, not on the possibilities ahead. The mindset shift you need? Abundance. An abundance mindset means knowing your value, knowing you're enough, and believing that if she walks away, you'll be okay. You're not chasing her because you need her. You're doing it because you want her in your life. And if it's meant to be, it will be. When you focus on the worst case scenario, that's what you'll attract. But when you focus on the opportunities ahead, with or without her, you send out a completely different energy. It's not about arrogance or selfishness. It's about self-respect. And guess what? Women love a man who values himself. 4. Why obsessive thinking happens and how to stop it. Let's talk about something you're probably struggling with right now. Obsessive thinking. You can't stop thinking about her. She's on a constant loop in your mind. Every text, every conversation, every what went wrong. But here's the truth. You're not addicted to her. You're addicted to the idea of her. When you obsess, you're focusing on what you don't have instead of what you can build for yourself. Here's what I want you to do. Stop trying to figure out what happened and start thinking about what happens next. Break the cycle of overthinking. Redirect that mental energy into yourself. Focus on new habits, new passions, and new goals that have nothing to do with her. That's how you break free. 5. Rebuilding yourself and regaining control. By now, I hope you're starting to see that getting her back doesn't start with her. It starts with you. You need to become the best version of yourself again. Focus on rebuilding yourself, mentally, physically, and emotionally. This isn't about changing who you are. It's about returning to the strongest, most confident version of yourself, the person she first fell for. Hit the gym, focus on your career, reconnect with friends, and find hobbies or goals that excite you. When you do this, something powerful happens. You shift the dynamic. You're no longer the one chasing her. You become the one who commands respect and admiration from everyone, including her. It's not about playing hard to get. It's about being so busy living your best life that she becomes curious about what you're up to. Let's wrap this up. You can get her back, but it's going to take time, self-reflection, and a mindset shift. If you follow these steps and focus on becoming the best version of yourself, the results will speak for themselves. Whether she comes back or not, you'll gain something far more valuable, a better understanding of yourself and a renewed sense of confidence. Remember, winning her back isn't about being perfect. It's about showing her and yourself that you have something special to offer. Keep growing, keep evolving, and never settle for less than you deserve.